EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Good. 180. Flashback forward.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They go with Chubb on second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a toss. This is Geis. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. On first down, this is Geis. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 51 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go. Let's go.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Mayfield down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Nate Orchard gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Check 31, check 31.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. It's caught. Beckham. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Geis trying to get to the outside. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go, baby.
What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Now Haskins, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gotta do better.
It's Geis on the counter, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Geis. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, here we go. All day, dog.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 75 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. They'll run for it. Chubb. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. Turnover on downs.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Watch twist, watch twist. What we got, what we got?
Here's Foles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
For mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis. 73 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Foles going to come up now 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. These two teams all tied after one.
Right
there, 56.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They'll set up to throw. Now a hit and falls, loses the football. It's out. And a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6. They'll run with Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Now Haskins, third and long, to Thompson on the screen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to fourth down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down, Haskins. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Looking to throw, Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is Geis. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on second down, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Third down, here's Haskins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's out right at the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll look to throw. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Foles now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Foles going to come up now 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Foles. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, 34 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 14-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins, and he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Geis. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. He was doing everything he could to get the 6 points, a little bit short, but still an excellent run.
And look at it from the defense's point of view. They could have given up on that play. They did not, and still were able to corral him. Now, they've got some work to do in this down coming up, but at least they're being competitive and trying to stay with it.
Haskins will throw, and that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big run by the big man Fournette, 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Foles. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Foles. And he's going to go down again. Likely the play of the game here. Trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 36 yards out. And Lambo will put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Let's go. Let's do it. 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here's Geis. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
4th down, here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now a run with Geis. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Back to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Caught here by Conley. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with time running out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20.
Come on, fellas.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Set, what? Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 60 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
53 to Mike. Pick your game. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On the ground, it's Geis. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the handoff, it's Geis. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. Hey, they didn't see that coming at all. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey, alert 33.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 82 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, as the first half is winding down, and the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. From the gun, it's Haskins, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Landon Collins. And now look at him go. The 40, the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Oh, my goodness, I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 23 yards the pickup there. They run again on first down, Chubb. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
A run for Nick Chubb. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert!
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 24-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
It's caught by OBJ. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Chubb. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Regular.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Real.
Check, Mike, 54. Mike, 54.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Montez Sweat, and the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start on the ground with Geis. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Geis again. He's got a first down past the 30. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 31 yards there and a first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check three.
On first down, this is Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. It's Geis on the counter. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 37 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 20. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Washington Redskins. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Hands up! Lead!
Right there, 54 Mike.
He's tired of leading. He's tired of us. Hands up!
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Dalton off play action. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The toss play to Mixon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 31 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check nickel.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And again this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here we go on 4th down. Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Right here, right here. Watch safety 3. Watch safety 3.
Mixon with a first down carry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Dalton sets up play action. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Nice.
I'm coming after you.
Bravo.
Check, 50.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Nifty move. And he will take it out in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Here's Haskins to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He's not going to get me.
Here you go, kid.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Montez Sweat came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Andy Dalton. He's got Green. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 91 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey, 4 down.
Hey, check, Mike, 57.
Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Play action here with Dalton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Play action now. Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Move.
Throwing again. Dalton. Towards the target, and he has it over the middle. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down to Thompson on the screen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 62 yards. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think
he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat, his 2nd sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that's complete. It's Green here. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Dalton able to hit Ross. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Throwing again on second down. Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Joe Mixon. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 8-yard touchdown run. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis. 72 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Out of the shotgun, Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Montez Sweat bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Cut. Kill.
Here you go, 368.
Check.
Hey, wahoo.
54, right there. 54 right.
And Dalton to throw. His throw incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To throw here, Dalton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He's got it complete to Thompson. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Haskins, and that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown Washington. Jordan Reed, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw, and this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. So now Dalton. Green brings it in. And he's got this down to the 35. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the screen.
Once again, they run with Mixon. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chance.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quick.